First of all, thank you so much for coming, and thank you in particular to our four panelists, our four speakers. Beth Kinyanjui from Kiva, Luba Shara from IFC, Kate Montgomery from Acumen, and AK from iGravity. We really appreciate you guys coming. This is the reason we're here. Rin's own experience with trying to develop a framework to measure the impact of Refugee Lens investments, some of the conversations we had around that, and why we thought actually this issue is important to discuss now. This whole investment thesis, this idea that refugees are investable, employable, creditworthy, and that investment, the idea of using private capital to unlock refugee self-reliance, is not particularly controversial. The impact measurement tool itself is for investors and for companies as well that want to be able to talk about the impact of their work, especially if they're looking to receive funding from an impact investor. It's helpful for a company to be able to talk about those metrics.
So refugees is very core to our strategic mission, and so basically we believe that dreams are universal, but opportunity is not, and Kiva's mission is basically to provide this opportunity to these underserved communities and borrowers in the global south.
The camp exists since 1992. It's all about snow. There are multiple humanitarian development agencies training people in everything for years, 30 years. And then the employment is still very minimum. And why is that? Because there are no employers. So what's the point of training people if they cannot get the job?
This question of how do we measure the impact in refugee lens investing space is really new. No one actually knows exactly the right answer. And so talking deeply, sharing ideas, sharing experiences, and trying to work through these kind of big questions and problems as it relates to funding and partnership and proving impact are just really essential.
About the event today, I think this has been a learning moment for me, even I think because this being a new space for us as a private organization or a for-profit organization, there's quite a lot to learn, especially when it comes to assessing the impact on some of the projects that we're delivering, especially assigning metrics to it and being able to strike balances, on what you consider a success as an organization in terms of profit and in terms of impact on the lives of the refugees and even the various stakeholders such as donors and investors involved.
We are talking about impact measurement, especially in the refugee sectors. How can we measure the extent to which the kind of services and the kind of support that we are giving to the refugees community are impacting their livelihoods? So that is what we are doing at Kiva. We not only measure impact at the quantitative level, that is reach or the number of funds that has been distributed out there for lending, but we also go back to the end users, that is the refugees, to understand is the loans that they're getting from Kiva sponsorship able to improve their livelihoods? Are they investing these loans into income-generating activities? So I call upon organizations to not only look at the reach, but also get to understand how are the resources that we are implementing and giving out to these communities, especially refugees and any displaced targets, are really improving their livelihoods.
So we're hoping that this workshop brings some RLIs, some Refugee Lens investment actors together to talk about some of these issues and to kind of find some